This is Kirk Sinclair, the hiking humanitarian. We're on a old railroad bed here that's going up the Blackwater River Canyon. There's a feeder creek in the background, and a beautiful day like this is a good time to talk about freedom. You hear the old saying that freedom is not free. Well, what an oxymoron that is, huh? And it's because that the freedom has come to mean so many different things as to almost become meaningless. Well, I'd like to do two things for you. One is to straighten out different kinds of freedom, including the one that really is free, and explain a little bit more what the real freedom is all about. Now, people refer to economic choice as freedom, but it depends on what kind of economic system and what kind of political system you put into place. You yourself are dependent on other things for economic choice. Liberties are another type of freedom that's talked about. That's probably what people are talking about the most when they say freedom is not free. Because liberties depend on government. You yourself can't generate your own liberty. It depends on government, the political system that you're in, as to what kind of liberty that you really have or don't have. So what really is free then? Well, you have natural autonomy in three important ways, very important ways. So important, they're much more important than your economic choice. They're much more important than the liberty that governments can provide. First freedom, that you're born with. Nothing can take it away, but you can lose it. First freedom, the ability to think for yourself. We weren't born like bees, so you don't have to think the same way as the person next to you. The same thing goes for the second freedom, how you behave. Once again, we're not like bees. You don't have to behave the same way as the person next to you. You can think for yourself, you can behave yourself independently, not dependent at all on anything else but yourself. That's real freedom, the kind of freedom that is free. But, having said about those two things, there is a third freedom that trumps those two, and that is the free will to belong, to choose the company you keep. Now, the thing about this is once you choose the company you keep, it constrains those other freedoms a little bit. How you think, how you behave is going to depend on the company you choose. So, as Yoda and some other wise ones would say, in Indiana Jones, the last movie there, choose wisely. You need to choose wisely, in particular, in regards to the company you choose to keep. Whether you choose to keep the company of others, or whether you choose the company to keep just to yourself, or to material things, or what have you, that is going to shape your thoughts. That is going to shape how you behave. So that, of everything, is the most important freedom to protect and not to abuse, to use wisely. So, to go over it again, there's liberties. When they're talking about freedom is not free, they're talking about liberties that only government can provide. You're dependent on that. Economic choice, you're dependent on corporations, government, what have you, to put into the system that would give you that choice. But to think for yourself, to behave independently of others, and most importantly of all, to choose the company you keep, those are real freedoms. This is Kirk Sinclair, the hiking humanitarian.